All right, so what's up, y'all? Again, it's another segment of my 2 Cent Tuesdays. This one is very interesting. I'm going to put it like that. So I had an event that I was supposed to have been doing today. It was a father-daughter dance at a school, small event. Only thing I was going to take was 2 of the EVs, my controller, speaker stand. That was it. No big event. Probably less than 30 kids or so. And on my way coming to the warehouse to grab my equipment, ran over something, didn't know what it was, but it was causing a vibration on the car. So I'm thinking, at first I thought I had a flat tire, but then I didn't notice the car or the SUV rather, pulling to one side on the steering wheel. I didn't notice that it was making noise. I did have a vibration on there, and that was going maybe about 50, 60 miles an hour at the time. This happened on the highway. I was getting off at the next exit anyway to get to my warehouse. I said, okay, fine, let me just get to the warehouse. If I have to change a tire, at least I'm out of the road. I get here, all of the tires I still have air in it. So I said, let me check all the tires one by one, hoping that it's not the 2 front ones. I just put those tires on brand new. One of the ones on the back was also brand new. I said, I hope it's the back left one. It wasn't the back left one, it was the back right one, and a big chunk of metal in there. A big chunk of metal. And it looked small on camera, but it was about this big. I'm gonna say about 3-4 inches. And once that happened, so okay, the guys were there. I made it to the tire shop. I had an extra tire here, which was practically new. I said, okay, fine. If the tire is that bad, we'll just go ahead and swap the tires out. Get rid of that one, no problem. Took 2 guys to get that piece of metal out. They were pulling it out with pliers and everything. Tried to get it out with a screwdriver. Finally, they got it out. And said, oh, my friend, you might be lucky. They're pouring the soap water on there. There's no air coming out the tire. I'm like, oh, okay. But I'm still kind of feeling iffy about it. Anyway, they mounted the tire back on. Everything was fine. I go to the event, and I call the school. Hey, this is DJ Red with Soundtight Entertainment. I'm scheduled to do the father-daughter dance there today. The secretary's like, no, it's tomorrow. I'm like, okay. She said, well, let me put you in touch with the teacher who's in charge of that. Finally, they get a hold of the teacher. She was like, yeah, it is tomorrow. I'm like, no, your flyer said today. My contract says today. She said, yeah, I had the wrong date on the flyer. Okay, do you realize that I just went from one county to the next to come and do your event? So, yes, I'm really making her feel bad about it. And they're going to reimburse me or compensate me with extra money for the fuel and the time. But here's the thing, my 2 Cents Tuesdays. I always stress, leave early so you can get there on time. Because if you get there, well, leave early so you can get there early. Because if you get there on time, then your on time is late. If I would have, let's say this would have happened tomorrow and the tire actually blew out, I would have had to change the tire. That's one. Causing a delay on there and everything. But I left early enough that even if I caught a flat, I knew I had enough time to change the tire. I got a jack in there. I got a 4-way. Not a problem with it. So, again, guys, always make sure you leave early enough to make sure that you get to your events on time. As far as with the time or the date mix-up or whatever, they're going to take care of it, so I can't get upset about it. I tried to get upset about the tire, and I couldn't find the energy to get upset on that. So that's just my 2 Cents Tuesday.